here's a throwback no one wanted. SM Entertainment's infamous Blacklist is back in action. Their long-running habit of silencing former artists has reared its ugly head again, and this time the target is EXO's Xiumin. The controversy erupted when his agency INB100 publicly accused KBS of blocking his scheduled appearance on Music Bank. According to INB100, KBS ignored multiple requests to book Xiumin's comeback stage, only to later admit off the record that he couldn't perform because SM artists were already on the lineup. If this sounds familiar, that's because it is. SM has a well-documented history of blacklisting artists who leave on bad terms. Just ask JYJ or Jessica Jung. Xiumin was set to drop his first solo comeback in over 2.5 years, Interview X, on March 10th. But despite his agency's relentless efforts to secure a performance slot, they were met with complete silence until they got the unofficial response. Xiumin can't perform because SM artists are on the show, of course. KBS immediately denied the accusations, insisting they have no such policy and that SM had nothing to do with the decision. But fans aren't buying it. Why? Because this exact same thing has happened before. If we rewind back to June 2023, when EXO, CBX's Xiumin, Baekhyun, and Chen took legal action against SM Entertainment over unfair contract terms. They eventually reached a settlement, agreeing that EXO's group activities would continue under SM, while CBX's solo and unit activities would be managed independently under INB100. But even after resolving the dispute, the three have been noticeably sidelined. No invites to SM Town concerts. They're ignored at major award shows and now possibly blocked from music broadcasts. So is SM quietly punishing them? Because it sure looks like it. INB100 wasn't about to let this slide. They announced an emergency press conference accusing SM of violating their settlement agreement and demanding a cut of CBX's profits. And that's not all. MC Mong, the head of INB100, threatened to release a secret recording that could expose SM's alleged abuse of power. According to INB100, SM is demanding 10% of all revenue from CBX's solo activities, a demand that was never part of their agreement. And when INB100 tried to settle the matter privately, SM ignored them for over 2 months. MC Mong directly called out former SM CEO Chris Lee, saying, "Right now, you're abusing your power to do something even worse than school violence. I have evidence. I'm even thinking about releasing the full recording. I don't care if you spread rumors about me, but this time you've crossed the line. You truly are so Sumish," a play on words implying he's talking about SM Entertainment. "You're like animals." He accused SM of blocking artists, blacklisting former members, and manipulating broadcasts, all of which aligned with the claims about Xiumin being banned from Music Bank. The internet is divided on who's really at fault. Korean fans are skeptical of CBX's claims, saying, "Didn't they just renew their contracts? Why are they complaining now?" International fans, on the other hand, are calling out SM's history of controlling artists. The thing is, SM Entertainment isn't just a K-pop label. It's a media empire with deep connections to broadcasting networks, award shows, and promotions. And now, with Kakao owning a massive stake in SM, their control over the industry is stronger than ever. If a network dares to defy SM, they don't know what's coming. SM can pull their biggest groups like NCT, aespa, or RISE from music shows, leaving networks struggling for ratings. And that's a real power play here. Even if SM isn't directly pulling the strings, networks like KBS know better than to go against them. However, CBX's battle with SM isn't an isolated case. When the trio announced that they were taking legal action against SM Entertainment, aiming to terminate their contracts, they claimed that SM refused to provide full accounting records of their earnings. So after months of unanswered requests, they decided to fight back. SM Entertainment denied the allegations, claiming the members never raised issues before, but their history tells a different story. Super Junior's Hanggang in 2009, Girls' Generation's Jessica in 2014, EXO's Luhan and Tao in 2014 to 2015, and of course the infamous lawsuit of TVXQ's Jeonjung, Yoonchun, and Junsu. JYJ may have won their legal battle against SM Entertainment, but their punishment didn't end in the courtroom. What followed was an industry-wide blacklist that kept them off music shows, variety programs, and even impacted their album sales. TV stations like KBS dodged questions, offering vague excuses like, "It's complicated," but the reality, JYJ was being shut out. The situation became so blatant that in 2015, the South Korean government passed the JYJ law, meant to prevent companies from blacklisting artists. But laws on paper don't always translate to real change, and JYJ's ban continued. Kim Jae-jung didn't make his first major variety show appearance until 2019, 10 years after the initial blacklist. And Jin-soo, he had no choice but to turn to musicals, later revealing, "It was the only thing left for me to do." Even in 2020, he admitted, "For the past 10 years, I haven't been able to appear on proper broadcasts." Even after the law was passed, nothing changed. It took 15 years for Kim Jae-jung and Kim Jun-soo to finally reunite on a KBS program in December 2024. And how did KBS respond to accusations of blacklisting? They claimed that each production team independently determines which artists to feature. No direct mention of JYJ, no acknowledgement of the years-long industry ban, just another carefully and crafted excuse. Another case, Jessica Jung. On September 30, 2014, Jessica Jung posted on Weibo that she had been kicked out of Girls' Generation. She said, "I was so excited for the upcoming event, only to hear from my company and 8 other members that I'm no longer a member of the group." Jessica insisted she was forced out. Initially, Dispatch reported that she had been removed, but that article was quickly deleted and replaced with one favoring SM Entertainment. What followed was a flood of negative press against Jessica. Unverified rumors painted her as lazy, uncommitted, and manipulative. Some outlets claimed she skipped practices, ignored overseas schedules, and was only using the group for personal gain. The most damaging allegation? That Jessica wanted to quit music entirely to get married. This accusation turned many fans against her, framing her as selfish and disloyal. Another crucial piece of misinformation was the claim that Jessica sought legal representation from Lim Sang-hyuk, the lawyer who had helped JYJ leave SM Entertainment. By associating Jessica with them, the media created a narrative that she was trying to escape rather than being forced out. After officially leaving SM in 2015, the company claimed their split was amicable and that they would support her career. However, Jessica's scheduled appearances on Korean music shows were mysteriously cancelled, leading many to suspect SM's involvement. A telling moment came during Mix 9 when a host referenced Jessica's situation, joking, "It's fine to say it at JTBC, but if it's at SBS, we'll be in trouble." This implied that Jessica was unofficially banned from major networks. In the past decade, she has not performed on a single Korean music show. Despite having no lawsuit against SM, her career in Korea was effectively shut down. Years later, Jessica admitted that leaving SNSD marked the darkest period of her life. The truth eventually did come out. Nearly all the accusations against her have been proven false. Jessica never got married, never quit music, and never moved to New York to study fashion. Yet, the damage was already done. Jessica detailed her struggles in her books, Shine and Bright, offering a rare glimpse into the harsh reality of idols under corporate control. One particularly telling excerpt suggests that entertainment companies pressure broadcasters to blacklist certain idols by threatening to pull their other artists from the network, a power move that ensures silence and compliance. Despite her efforts to continue her career, Jessica's presence in the Korean music industry remains minimal, with most of her activities shifting abroad, particularly to China. Same thing happened when Chen, Baekhyun, and Xiumin sued SM Entertainment. Initially, public sentiment was on their side, but as negative press flooded the media, opinions began to shift. Some fans suspected SM of using troll accounts to manipulate online discussions, turning the narrative against CBX. The truth is, SM's alleged blacklisting tactics aren't just a thing of the past. They are still happening today, whether it's JYJ, Jessica, or now Xiumin. The message remains the same. Idols who challenge the system risk being erased from it. So what do you think? Is SM Entertainment really pulling the strings behind the scenes, or is this just a reality of how the industry works? Let us know your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to NOONA-K for more.